Hello viewers, this is Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. I would like to look this morning at the Senate's Judiciary Committee and its head Richard Burr. As you know now from the news, there's been a subpoena issued for Donald Trump Jr. to appear before them as part of their ongoing Russia investigation. Now, before you get too excited about Richard Burr and supposedly a bipartisan committee that is investigating Russia, that's not always been the case. Richard Burr was part of the 2016 Donald Trump campaign. He was a national security advisor. He's also a member of the Gang of Eight, who were briefed by the CIA around Russian hacking of the election. Burr really didn't stand up for that information. In fact, he downplayed it. Suggested that he didn't know that Russia had actually hacked into the servers, DNC, RNC, when he'd already been briefed by the CIA as part of the Gang of Eight. And of course, as we know, Mitch McConnell decided that the public didn't have the right to know that at the time. So that's the background to Burr. He's been investigating this Russian meddling in the election now for since 2000, and I think it was over 2 years now. Now the Democrats sit on that committee as well, and apparently Burr and Warner for the Democrats have been united in issuing this subpoena for Donald Trump Jr. It's not clear, pardon me, whether Donald Trump Jr. will comply with that subpoena. It'd be surprising if he did. Now, the questioning, as I understand it through the media, so, bear with me, often the media may not have the full story, is that they want to question Donald Trump Jr. on the Trump Tower Moscow project. Now, in the past, Donald Trump Jr. has said he was only peripherally aware of that project, yet Michael Cohen has said he briefed both Don Jr. and Ivanka up to 10 times on that project. So that's hardly aware of it peripherally. So what's going on? My natural feeling, given the cards that I pull on the GOP, is to say that in some way they want to get Don Jr. before the committee to, exonerate the president further or to help Don Jr. in some way. We don't know what Burr is aware of or what the GOP are aware of in relation to those other investigations. This could all be part of a strategy. On the other hand, is this part of the GOP fighting back against a president that has had them on the ropes now for 2 years? I don't know. So I'm going to ask, why is the Judiciary Committee, why are they subpoenaing Don Jr. now at this point in time? Why is this investigation taking this turn at this point in time when we have so much obstruction in the House investigations of Barr and the White House? Why has the Republican-led Judiciary Committee issued a subpoena for Donald Trump Jr.? It's a bit bamboozling, isn't it? So the signifier card is the Two of Swords, which is suggesting there are heavy forces weighing on this committee at this point in time. Perhaps to align Donald Trump Jr.'s testimony with what's in the Mueller report. This is suggesting that their hand may have been forced in some way. I'll just bring the laptop down. That committee's hand may have been forced in some way. What is Barr concerned with here? Right. The challenge here is some kind of breaking news coming forward, something to do with finances. I do feel this could be in relation to the Mueller report. They seem to be protecting themselves in some way. That's what I'm getting at this point in time. The foundation of the reading is the Fool card. That can either be new beginnings, wanting the new beginnings, or it can be some kind of foolish activity, foolish behaviour, foolish decisions in the past. This Fool is about, or can be about, as he or she sets off in their journey. In some decks is depicted about to step off the cliff. I feel that there is a covering of bases here in the subpoenaing of Don Jr. I feel that there's an insecurity, and I feel Richard Burr in particular is feeling insecure about this particular testimony, about this particular issue, about the way that his investigation has been covered. And I do feel it's now that we have the Mueller report, we can then contrast and compare Burr's investigation, Russia investigation, and there needs to be a bit of an alignment. That's what I'm feeling. Now, we've got William Barr coming into the frame here. We don't know what sort of strategies are going on behind closed doors at the highest levels of the Republican Party. We don't know who is talking to whom in the and particularly including the Attorney General. It's suggesting that this could be part of a strategy, but I won't get ahead of myself. Yep. It's to do with the Mueller report, and it is to do with the part of the Mueller report that refers to the Moscow Trump Tower. And actually, I feel that there is a protection here. They're trying to cover their bases, cover their tracks. The environment around is around this money, this Nine of Pentacles, self-government, independence. It's around the independence of that committee. The hopes and fears is potentially the information or the way things could play out in the future could actually bring upon someone's ending, downfall, a negative turn of events. What is that? Okay, the Sun. This is an illumination card. Let's get some clarifiers on that. The Empress, abundance. I feel that there is more to this than just, and the Wheel of Fortune turning in, I feel in the Republicans' favour. What's hidden from our view is new starts. Okay, so I feel that this bringing Don Jr. back in is not... My impressions are their hand has been forced, but bringing him back in will help to manage the situation. Now, how is that going to be accomplished when it could be that that Don Jr. I don't think, did he perjure himself before? He was peripherally aware. Barr has a lot to say on the definitions of words. He will dance and he will twist around the definitions of words. So is this testimony going to give Donald Trump Jr. a chance to let the committee know that peripherally meant he was briefed, but he didn't take very much notice at the time? Is this testimony designed to protect Donald Trump Jr.? That's what I want to know. Trump Jr.'s resisting it. Is this subpoena, this testimony that this committee wants, is it to protect Donald Trump Jr. in any way? Is this subpoena testimony to protect Donald Trump Jr. in some way? To protect Trump Jr. in some way? We've got the Three of Swords here. It's certainly to protect against loss. The challenge is the government information, the information that the government and the courts already have. Okay. Let's bring this down. Yep. The actual deal that was being done. The Lover's card. In the past, exclusion. Yeah. The possible solution to the problem is the High Priestess, which of course keeps information from us. The immediate future, again closing ranks, circles of support. Yep, here we have our Queen here. Support. I do feel because we're pulling the cups, the support is to prevent the loss here. The environment around is new starts, providing someone with new starts. The hopes and fears is that this is hard work. The final outcome is loss and someone walking away. Clarified by the Queen of Wands. This is the Democrats. And the Two of Cups suggesting perhaps there's a coming together at some point on this. What's hidden from our view is the Two of Pentacles juggling and some sort of manipulation. So I'm feeling that Don Jr. coming before this particular committee is to prevent some kind of loss in some way. There is a tie to the information, what's in the Mueller report, and what they want to get testimony on. It appears that there's going to be loss for them, though. I feel that perhaps this isn't going to go the way that they want, and it's not going to go the way they want because of the Democrats on that committee. There could be, this is a high stakes game, there could be information come out if Trump Jr. appears before that committee that the Republicans won't like. So it is an interesting situation there. Let's ask, Trump Jr. doesn't want to go. We've had multiple examples of obstruction there, where a bar, now the entire Mueller report is subject to executive privilege. Obstruction. So it would be surprising if Don Jr. ended up before that committee, but he's been subpoenaed. What's the next step if he doesn't come? Holding him in contempt? Okay. A lot more going on behind the scenes. A lot more. Wow. Will Don Jr. appear before the Senate Judiciary Committee? Will Don Jr. appear? I'm feeling that he won't. Before the Senate Judiciary Committee. Okay, the Five of Cups is suggesting that there's a loss there. Challenged by really the new starts here. It would no. I don't think he will. It would just give the Democrats more a leg up. More. It's interesting. Foundation of the reading is the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone that's hardworking, reliable. This can be the. Now, I know Warner is there for the Democrats. Who else is on the House Judiciary? The Senate Judiciary Committee. This appears that this person would actually be a challenge here if Don Jr. were to appear. Who is that Queen of Pentacles? She's coming up a lot. We've got the isolation of Trump Jr. in the past. The Sword of Truth, the Sword of Justice, is the solution to the situation. We've got the Knave of Pentacles here, some kind of money news coming forward. The Sun at this present time, the illumination. Will he appear? The environment around is manipulation. The hopes and the fears are income sources here. The income sources from directly related to the Moscow Trump Tower. And the Lovers card. The Lovers card. The expansion and commerce and the past. What's hidden from our view is judgment. Okay. My feeling was that he wouldn't appear before that committee. My feeling is subpoenaing him at this point in time is trying to manage the contrasting information between the Senate Judiciary Committee's investigation and the Mueller report. The testimony is required around the Trump Tower in Moscow. It may not go as planned because I feel that there would be close questioning from the Democrats on that committee, which is what they're afraid of. My feelings are that, judgment. I'm not getting a clear answer on whether or not he will appear before that committee, but it's showing that there would be information coming out around the Trump Organization and Russia that may not be, that they would be resisting, that Trump Jr., Trump Organization would be resisting that subpoena. So I'd be surprised if he does appear. If he does, watch for the Democrats questioning Don Jr. on that committee. So I'll leave it there. Thank you for tuning in. Don Jr., don't get too carried away. There are about him being subpoenaed by a Republican-led committee. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and the potential of this situation that in some way the GOP could sever their connection with Trump when it appears clear that Trump is a sinking ship. But that's for a reading later on down the track. Okay. Oh, I'm wanting to ask the question. Will I ask the question? I'll ask the question. Is the GOP getting closer to severing their ties with this president? Is the GOP getting closer? Burr is coming into the frame here. Burr, I feel, is wanting to correct the record in some way based on what's gone on in the past, his role in what's gone on in the past. The Mueller report is a powerful thing. What's been left redacted around the Trump Tower, Moscow, is a powerful thing. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, are the GOP getting closer to severing their ties with this president? GOP severing their ties with Trump. Ooh. Ugh. Multiple forces weighing down upon them, decisions to be made. Trump, the businessman, is the challenge for them at this point in time. The foundation of the reading, of course, is self-government and independence. They want to distance themselves from this president. In the past, the deal with the devil. Wow. Okay, the money news coming forward. What's in Donald Trump's taxes? Inevitability that the truth will come out in relation to his taxes. The illumination in the immediate future is suggesting that they may very well move to distance themselves from Trump. At the moment, we've got the juggling and the manipulation. The environment around at the moment they're still supporting this president. The Lovers card. The hopes and the fears. Now, this is the hopes and the fears, commerce and expansion, okay? And the outcome is the Six of Cups, reunions with the past. The Ace of Swords, new starts. And this Queen of Pentacles coming forward again, who is appearing so often in this reading. What's hidden from our view is victory. These are all yes cards, by the way. The Sun, the Six of Wands. When it appears Trump is toast, when it appears that he's going to go down, they are already thinking about moving away from the deal with the devil. So, wow, look what's unfolding. Very interesting. I'll leave it there, viewers. Thank you for tuning in.